What's up, guys? This is Showmaster bringing a video. Today we're doing Web Deku. Had a blood-bending Quirk. Now, let me set this timer and let's go. Now then, where we're starting off as Zuko Midoriya. Now then, Deku is around 5 years old. And, well, his mother, well, she does not like... And she thought he was going to be Quirkless. Now, she thought of just killing him. So she did try to do that. But, well, she sliced Deku's, well, hand a little bit and stuff. So, well, blood came out and protected him, like Gaara's sand. It surrounded, mostly, Inko. And Deku just got his hand and crushed it. Now, her entire blood went everywhere in the living room, though. Now, Deku saw what he did and he cried, though, about it. Now, he mostly got the phone called 911. Now then, people did come and see blood on the ground, and they see Deku with a big cut mark on his hand. Now, they see Inko holding a knife and stuff, and they just chalk up as Inko trying to kill this kid. Now, did they get some information of Midoriya exactly? Now, he is so shocked the fact that, well, when he gets super nervous exactly, he actually cuts himself. Bad thing to do. Please get some help, by the way. You can see right there, he actually almost bit off his fingers. Jesus. Now, the news did take this, though. They say that a young, mostly woman, Inko Midoriya, about, I think, 20 or 30, I can't remember, but some age, though, tried to kill this kid called Zuko Midoriya. Now, some people in the city called Deku a monster for killing her. Some people called him a hero and stuff, and brave and stuff, but people said he's still a villain, because he has a villain-type quirk. Now, Deku got put in an orphanage exactly, and everyone knows about his quirk. Now, people stay away from him because they know that if they screw around with him, they might die. Now, over the years, Deku does cut himself a lot, though. Now then, you're going to be asking why the fuck is he cutting himself? Because Whoopi gets nervous and it reminds him that what he has done. He has taken a life, though. And he knows that he can never become a hero. Now then, let's fast forward to the future, where Deku is around 15 years old. Now, in Japan, 15-year-old means that you get kicked out of the orphanage. That's it. Now, Deku got all this stuff, and he just left the orphanage, though. Now then, people were yelling at him, though, saying that he should leave forever, though, and he did. Now, he flipped them off and told them that they'll never become heroes. Like, shit. He says that I'll become a hero, and you guys will just be stuck here forever. And they just continuously yelling at him before Deku just leaves. Now then, Deku has control of his blood quirk exactly. Now then, he knows to play on offense or defense or attacking. And he actually has made a few names. He calls Sand Gourd, or Blood Gourd exactly, where he actually forms a gourd around somebody and just crushes their inside out. He calls Blood Attack, mostly you can call it Blood Attack Inside Out, or Blood Attack Outside In. Mostly attacks them from the inside and makes their blood expand and burst them open like a balloon. And he collects their blood into this blood gourd exactly. Now then, he can harden his blood or make it liquid, though. Now, he always keeps his blood gourd around him, mostly on his back, exactly like Gaara. Now then, he has not seen his friend Bakugo in a long time, because, well, the orphanage, well, homeschools you exactly. Now then, he did see Bakugo on the streets, and Bakugo still hates Deku. He hates Deku more because now he knows that he will become a villain. Now then, this is what Deku's wearing exactly, though. Now then, Bakugo sees Deku, and his mother too. They walk over to Deku and see that he's just sad exactly. Mostly his eyes look like this, and he hasn't slept in a while. Now then, technically he doesn't actually have to sleep at all, thanks to his blood. Now, they ask him, you got kicked out of the orphanage? He says, yeah. Now, Bakugo says that he can live at our house for a while, and he just pushes Bakugo out of his way and saying that, well, I don't need your help anyway. I only need handouts from you. And he just walks away. Now then, Bakugo says, how rude. And, well, or his mother says, how rude. But, well, Bakugo says, so he's not taking any handouts at all. Now then, Bakugo runs over to Deku, and, well, when Bakugo was going to touch him on the arm exactly, his gourd just burst up with blood and just formed like it was going to attack him. Now then, He tells him again, stop trying to follow me anyway. I'll need a handouts from you. Now, his blood goes back into his blood gourd. Now then, he sees the blood, mostly Quirk exactly on the ground, and he picks it up, putting it back on the gourd exactly and just walking away. And he tells him that if he follows him again, I will kill you. Now, Bakugo does not, because what he wants is still life exactly. Now then, his mom tells him how stupid he was exactly though and stuff, and Deku just flicks them both off. Now, people did see this exactly, and they hate Deku more for that. Threatening somebody's life for nothing, actually. Now, you're gonna be saying, why the fuck does Deku hate Bakugo? They never went to preschool yet. Deku hates Bakugo because, well, mostly, each time when Bakugo, when a young child, would pass by the orphanage, he would, well, say some things about the orphan kids, mostly about Deku. Now then. Now, let's get back to Deku exactly. Now, he does not have that much money. The orphanage did give him like $50, so he can just get pizza and stuff. Now then, he actually tries to go to a pizza joint, but they tell him that he's not welcome at all. We don't allow murderers here. Now, Deku just flicks him off and tells him that I don't even need your help anyway. Now, he flicks him off though, and he just leaves. Now then, let's continue on. Deku just finds a spot in an abandoned building. Now, he subs for there tonight. Now, he changes mostly blood gourd into a bed exactly. It's like a makeshift house exactly for him. Now then, he's just sleeping on the ground before he hears something exactly. He sees that a few people are coming in this building exactly. Mostly they are homeless people. He doesn't really give them that mind until they see him exactly. Now, they know who this is exactly. Azuka Midoriya, mostly the kid who killed his mom exactly. Now, those people ask him what's his name. Now then, he tells them my name's Azuka Midoriya. And, well, they say, huh. Wait, you're that kid that, yes, I'm that kid that killed his mother. Now, he says that if you're going to try to attack me at all, well, you're going to be killed anyway. Now, they tell him that we're not trying to hurt you at all. In fact, well, we're homeless like you. In fact, though, I bet I know why people didn't want to adopt you at all. Mostly thanks to your quirk exactly. And he says, yeah. If I figure out, well, if I had the chance to take away the stupid quirk, I would. Now then, the guys tell him that mostly don't talk about that like your quirk, because your quirk has kept you alive, saying that, well, mostly if your quirk never manifested, you would be dead exactly. Your mother would still be alive. Or, well, be in jail or something like that. Now, Deku just thinks about this and says, yeah. Now, he just says that this is my ear exactly, just leave me alone. Now, he tries to go back to sleep. Now, he sleeps so, and well, he's just thinking, he just has nightmares each time when you kill his mother. That's stuck in his brain forever. Now then, the guys do see all these marks on Deku exactly. All these, cut marks and all this shit. Now then, they think the orphanage did this to him exactly. Now, they did, call, CPS, or I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah, they did call CPS though. Now, the next day Deku wakes up though. He sees some people that look like CPS people. Now then, he forms his blood bed into a blood gourd. Now then, they tell him that we're going to be taking you to somewhere else, and Deku says screw off exactly. Now then, he walk around them, and they just grab him by the arm. They tell him that he's not going anywhere exactly. He tells them that if they do not let him go, I will kill you exactly. Now, he says that last chance, and well, they do. Now then, the guys have, these type of weapons that can cancel off quirks. Or at least slow down the quirk enough. Now the guy did try to throw at Deku, mostly aimed for his neck. Now then, his blood, immediately protected him in the gourd, grabbing that device and destroying it. Now then, it flicked them off, and he says that, do you guys not ever listen anyway? When I say I don't need anyone's help, I don't need anyone's help. Now, he tells them that the homeless people that, I won't kill you exactly, but, for trading me exactly, I did nothing wrong, I'm just going to do this one thing only. Before his blood breaks one of the CPS people's legs. Now then, he tells the homeless people that, Try to do that shit again to me and I'll be seeing you in your grave. Now, he leaves the abandoned building. Now then, he still knows that he still has that $50, but he can't use it on anything because shops will not allow him to come in there because he's a murderer. Now then, before he goes to this China shop exactly. Now then, this one China shop thinks Deku was a hero exactly. Now, Deku just, asked them for something to eat exactly. Now, they see all those scratch marks on Deku, and they were going to call CPS. He tells them to not try to call CPS exactly. Now, they said, why not? You look like you've been beat up and shit. And he says, no, actually it's not. Mostly when I get super nervous exactly, I cut myself. Now, they see all the cut marks on Deku's face, arms, and legs. Now, they just give him, some ramen noodles, and, he pays the money exactly. But they tell him that it's on the house. Now then, he says thanks. Now then, they ask him how's his day going. He says it's shitty exactly. Mostly these homeless people exactly try to call CPS on me and try to get me actually a home. But I know one thing only. If I go to a home exactly, it'll be abusive exactly. Now then, they tell him to cheer up exactly, because one day maybe we'll actually find a home exactly. Now, Deku's done eating his ramen noodles, and he leaves. Before they ask him does he have a home actually to live at. He says that, no I don't. Now, he tells him I left that $50 bill where I was sitting at, for being nice to me exactly. Now, the people were going to give it back to him, but he told them not to. Now, Deku has no money now, and he just thinks that he's not hungry again, but, he's going to be hungry a few hours later. Now, people do give him, mostly, death glares exactly, though, in this part of the town. The city exactly. Now, before he sees All Might, the number one hero exactly. Mostly he's signing autographs for people around him. Before All Might sees Deku, walking down the streets, seems like he hasn't slept in like 3 weeks, so looks like Mr. Aizawa. Now then, after he's done signing all those autographs, he walks over to Deku. Now then, he says, young man, do you have a home exactly? And, he says, no, I don't. Now then, he walks around All Might and tells him to leave me alone exactly, because I already had so many people betray me anyway. Now then, All Might asks who the heck this is. He tells him my name is Azuka Midoriya, the man who killed, or the kid that killed his mother exactly. Now then, people heard that, and some people don't know how he actually looks exactly, but now they know. Now then, Deku just walks away from All Might, and All Might is just catching up to him, saying that, wait, and he says, what? Now, he said this what rudely exactly, saying that, okay, young man, you don't have to be rude to me. He says, yeah, I actually do. You haven't really earned my respect at all. Saying that, did heroes save me when my mom tried to kill me? No, I actually did. And were heroes going to help me though? No, they just sent me to that shitty orphanage though. Now, he says if you guys actually want to help me exactly, to leave me the fuck alone. Now then, All Might does, shake Deku's hand exactly. Now, before he pats him on the back exactly, and tells him it'll be okay exactly, and you'll find a home. Now, All Might did put a tracker on Deku exactly, so he can find him. He's going to get Blood King on him, or Blood King. Trying to figure out where he lives at so he can help him. Now, I don't know in the canon does Blood King having kids, but I'm going to say he does not in this timeline. Now, Deku just finds him in an abandoned building. Now, this abandoned building mostly just looks abandoned though. Nothing's in it though, has no color, just looks normal. Now, Deku's on top of the roof exactly. Now, he makes his gourd into a bed and just sleeps on it. Now then, the next day, he sees a hero. Mostly, Vlad King. Now then, he sees him and immediately his bed turns into his gourd. Now then, he told me, let me guess, All Might did this exactly. And he says yes, he did. Now, he tells him to leave me alone, because I don't need any of your stupid heroes' help exactly. Now then, Blood King tells him that I can actually give you a home exactly. Now, Deku looks at him and says, I don't need your home exactly. Now, he did stop a while and think about it, but he says no, because, I've been living on my own ever since, and I don't need your help at all. Now then, Blood King exactly, here's Deku's, stomach, exactly. He says, aren't you hungry exactly? He says, yes, I am. Why? He says that, how about this? I'll take you to my home and feed you, and well, you can leave if you want. Okay? He says, deal. Now, Vlad King is trying to get some information on Midoriya, but he's not talking to him. He just tells him that, well, if you want me to talk exactly, well, it's going to be an agreement deal. Now then, they do get to his home exactly. Now then, Blood King does have a wife exactly. Let's just call her Mrs. Blood. Now, Mrs. Blood has some food for Blood King exactly. Now, she sees Midoriya exactly. Now, she is one of those few people that think Midoriya was a hero for killing his mother exactly. Now, Mostly's Inko's grave was, well, vandalized a few times before people just thought about this, saying that, yeah, he's a murderer, so they actually, well, went to her grave and just said she was a hero and stuff for trying to kill this guy. So, yeah. Now, Mrs. Blood, well, sees Deku how he looks. All, well, scars on him and stuff, all those blood marks. So, yeah. She says, wait, what's wrong with him exactly? And saying that, no, he's that kid that, well, killed his mother exactly. Saying that, oh, that kid. Now, she doesn't seem scared of Deku at all. Now then, Deku looks at her and before he looks back at it. Mostly just thinking in his head that, what am I doing here exactly? Now, Mrs. Blood did make some food for both of them. Now, Deku does eat exactly, and Mrs. Blood eats them. Mostly eat the food with them. Now, Mrs. Blood is trying to get some information on Deku. Asks him how old is he exactly. He answers he's 15 exactly. Now, she asks him does he have a home. Now, he tells him he does not actually. Now then, she tells him that, well, technically he can be our adopted son. Now then, Deku just stares at her before he's thinking about it. He says that they are actually nice to me exactly. They're not calling me a villain. And they're not kicking me out of the house at all. Now, Deku's thinking about it and he says fine. Now then, Blood King is just surprised because, well, this kid's been hostile to All Might, the number one hero, and himself. But he's actually nice to his wife, though. He thinks it's two things, because if he's hostile to his wife, then he thought he was going to beat the shit out of him, or some other shit. Now then, she says I'll set up a bed for you exactly on the couch. Now then, she just says that, why the heck do you have all those scar marks exactly on you? And saying that, well, when I get nervous exactly, well, I cut myself exactly. She tells him it's not healthy, mostly not right for doing that exactly. Now, she does hug him exactly. Now, that's the one thing in Deku's life he never got. A hug. From anybody. Not the orphanage, not from anybody. Now, Deku just hugs her back. Now then. Now, a few hours later, it's night. Now, Deku sleeps on, well, the couch exactly, and, well, she sees how Deku's sleeping exactly. Now, the next day, well, Vlad King tells him that he can, well, mostly, do you help me? Okay, technically my son exactly, but, well, I know you don't want to trust me exactly. And he says, yeah, right, I don't want to trust you at all. He says, yeah. Now, he just tells him that he can just sit there for a while when his wife wakes up and they're sitting down. Now then, they do have some ground rules exactly. Saying that he cannot threaten anyone for killing them exactly, can't, well, technically sneak out at night exactly without our permission, can't kill anybody, and all the usual stuff. He says fine. Now then. And his wife says that he cannot cut himself exactly. Cut himself. He just has to think of positive thoughts exactly. Now, Deku says I'll try. Now then. Now, let's, well, get to the, well, Deku and Vlad King are, well, mostly just walking around exactly through the city. Now, people are giving Deku death glares before Deku looks at them, before they just, well, stop looking at him exactly. Now then, to a normal person, Deku looks fucking scary, though. Now then. Now, mostly Vlad King is taking him to a restaurant exactly to eat. Or at least somewhere to eat exactly. It's the exact same China place where Deku was at. Now, mostly the people see him exactly and see that is Blood King. Now, Blood King is like mostly a regular customer there, and they do respect him. Now then, this shop does have a few rules, Mostly you can't use your quirks inside the building without a permission slip or something, or, well, exactly, if, well, your quirk is a mutation quirk, like Meihatsumizo, it can't turn off or on, then you can use it exactly. Now, saying that you can only use your quirk in the mostly thing if you're getting attacked by somebody. Now, they look at Deku exactly. Deku doesn't look sad, but he looks okay. He looks like Gaara, though, and stuff. Now, they say, oh, it's the exact same kid we had the other day. Now, they see Blood King there, too, and says, oh, Mr. Blood King. I think that's what he's called, but I'm just gonna call him Blood King. Now, Mr. Blood King says hello there. Now, he asks his 2 ramen noodles for, well, him and his adopted son. Now then, they did hear the saying, huh? They say, see kid, you'll actually get somewhere in life, though. Saying that you have an awesome father like him exactly, though, he actually might teach you a few things. He says, yeah. Now, he's eating this exactly. Now, people do come in the restaurant exactly, and these 2 people don't like people with blood-type quirks. Now, they see Vlad King and this kid exactly. They know this kid's gourd. Now, this is, well, just 2 people exactly. Now, they see Deku and say, hey kid, and he looks at them. Now, he says, aren't you that kid that killed his mother? And he says, yeah, what is it? Now, Deku looks aggravated now. Now then, he tells him that, me and you have a fight then. And he says that, fuck off exactly. Now, the kids, mostly the 2 people, say, what you said to me, kid, and they see Vlad King there. Now, Deku just gets out his seat and says that, okay, listen, I'm trying to eat food, okay? You understand how much shit I've been through. Now then, he tells him that I can mostly make the blood in your, mostly leg or arm exactly blow up, and splatter all your blood around here. Okay? Now, he is giving them a chance to go. Before I, well, don't kill you exactly, but harm you. Now then. Now, he tells them that they have 5 seconds to leave before I kick your ass. Now then. He says 1, 2, and they leave on the 3rd. Now then. He sits down, but he sits right down, and Vlad King tells him that he should not did that exactly. Just don't give people that much attention exactly. Like the saying goes, don't feed the trolls. Now then. He says, yeah, but those guys were pissing me off. Now, after they're done eating exactly, the people do stop Deku. Now, they give him his $50 back that he gave them. He tells them to keep it. Now then, they do keep it exactly, and tell him that they'll never forget him exactly. Now, Deku would regularly eat there every single day. So yeah. Now, Blood King would ask him how does he use his quirk exactly. He tells him how. Mostly I cut myself though, and well, blood comes out of my body and I control it though. Why do you think I have this blood gourd on me exactly? When too much blood's in my system, I can force it out as a weapon, as an item or something. Why do you think I was sleeping on a blood bed a blood bed? Now, he says, huh. Now then, he gets back to his house exactly. Now, he tells Deku that, or Midoriya, that he has some clothes for him in his room. Now, his mostly Mrs. Blood actually got him some clothes when they were gone. Now then, Deku does put him some new clothes, and he, well, has the exact same one right here. Now then, he says, huh. Now, he does wear some gloves to cover his, well, scratches exactly though. Mostly all his scar marks. Now, Blood King's going to show Deku how to use his quirk properly without hurting himself too much. Now, they go into the woods exactly, and they are now training. Now then, Blood King tells him, aren't you going to UA exactly? And he says, maybe. Really doesn't matter anyway, though. He says, why not exactly? Saying that, well, mostly everyone knows what my quirk is exactly, though, and well, no offense, but people might mistreat me exactly, though. And, well, I bet the principal of that school hates me, too. Now, mostly, Blood King tells Deku that the principal does not hate anyone with a quirk, actually. He says he's actually a nice person, though, with a lot of knowledge, exactly. Now then, he says, yeah, right. Now, Blood King tells him he's actually a nice person, and he shouldn't really be thinking negative about people, though, exactly. Now then, he just tells Deku to look at him exactly. He gives Deku a hug and tells him that I care about you though stuff. Now, Deku hugs him back. Now then, they start training again in the woods. Blood King's using his blood, though, as a weapon. And Deku's using his as well as shield exactly. Now, Blood King asks Deku so his gourd can do what exactly. He tells him that it has a lot of blood in it, and will keep it around for me exactly. Mostly people try to attack me though or do some shit, so well, it's mostly like a dog, but well I can control it. Sometimes I can't even control it and it actually kills people, like my mother. So yeah. Now, the older I get exactly, well, any poisons in my blood exactly, or any viruses in my blood, it would immediately just come out of my body and just get on the ground exactly, to not spread across my body. So that way if you inject me with something that could kill me, my body would just, well, spit it out with blood. Now, he says, huh. He does keep a mental note of this. Now then. Now, Blood King tells him that, okay, so, let me try something. Now then. When the Blood King was trying to hug Deku exactly, when he was hugging him, his gourd did, come off, though. Now, he says, how about if I set up this? Now, he breaks 3 twigs exactly and throws them in the air and tells Deku to shoot that with his blood. Now then, his gourd opens up with blood exactly and just destroys the 3 tree branches. And these things weren't small, they were big. Now then, he's trying to figure out what's the limit of his blood quirk exactly. Now then, he tells Deku that this is just gonna be a training exactly, so don't try to kill me. He says I'll try. Now, Blood King is trying to punch Deku, but Deku's just dodging, mostly moving away, and his blood is acting as a shield for him. Now then, Deku's thinking of a new attack he can make. Now, he forms all the blood around on one spot of his arm. He calls it Giant Blood Fist, and he punches Blood King. Now, Blood King does knock into a tree. Deku just says, I'm sorry, and well, he says don't be actually. That was a powerful punch exactly. Saying that you can actually get into Class 1, mostly Class 1A or B. He says, yeah. Now, Blood King says that, well, I think we're done here for training. Now, they do go back to their house. Now then, the next day, Deku, goes on his own. Mostly going to that restaurant exactly. Now then, Deku needs to end the school year for Bakugo exactly. So now he's walking. Now then, Bakugo gets attacked by the sludge villain. Now, when Deku is eating his ramen noodles, he sees on the news that, Bakugo Katsuki is getting attacked by the sludge villain. He says that, damn Bakugo. Now, he just gives him a tip and leaves. He's just saying to himself that I have to save him exactly. He might have been a dick to me in the past, but, mostly he just wants to be a nice person around people now. Now then. He mostly uses his blood as technically a grappling hook. Mostly getting on top of buildings trying to find where the heck the sludge villain is at. Finally, he does. Now then, he's on a building and tells him, hey, sludge villain. Now, the sludge villain looks at him and everyone else. They see the kid that killed his mother. Now then, he jumps off the building and his mostly gourd forms, wings exactly, and helps him glide down. He tells him to leave his friend alone exactly. Now then, the sludge villain looks at Deku and good luck and says that, wait, you're that kid with the blood quirk. He says, yes, I am. Now then, he tells him to mostly get off my friend exactly, you fucking pedophile or some bullshit you are, before I mostly kill you. Now then, he says, yeah, you don't have that much blood in your system anyway. Now then, he says, really now. Now then, Deku just says, blood gourd. Now then, he tells Bakugo to grab on his grappling hook exactly, and he throws it to Bakugo. Bakugo does grab it though, and he's pulling Bakugo out. The heroes are now helping Deku pull Bakugo out exactly, and Deku is trying to force his, mostly blood to capture the sludge villain like a marble, mostly putting the liquid into a glass. Now, he finally does. He called it blood containment. He tells the sludge villain there's no way to escape that exactly. Seeing that it's hard as steel, it can get harder exactly more tighter. Now then, this giant blood marble exactly is big. Now then, Deku is stringing it down though until the sludge villain starts screaming, before Deku makes a little knot tight to not hurt the sludge villain that much. Now then, the heroes do berate him though before mostly Blood King does. Mostly tell Deku he did something right though, but still, you should not do that. Now then, I think we're gonna end off here. Now then, you guys can tell me how should I do a part 2 of this, because I think I should. Because I think I did really good for this series. Now, this has been the Shadow Master, goodbye.